Kia ora, folks. Welcome. Today you're listening with Bridgitt, with Naturopathy with Bridgitt at Radio Kidnappers in Hastings. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to my radio program, and I appreciate you. Okay, so our topic today is protein and food sources. So another hat that most people aren't aware of is that I am a qualified nutritionist, and I learnt full-on nutritional training as part of my naturopathy training. So that is the hat that I'm coming in wearing today, and nutrition is a big part of your well-being plan that you will receive from me when you come to have a naturopath appointment. Okay. So I am a qualified and registered naturopath, medical herbalist, nutritionist, reflexologist and lymphatic drainage specialist. Phew, that's a lot, isn't it? But that's what I do in my clinic. I'm a one-stop shop for you. My goal in clinic is to empower you to take the power back of your own health and well-being, take control of it yourself. And I do this by supporting you with naturopathic advice, nutritional advice, herbal medicine advice. If I think you need vitamins and supplements, minerals, I'll advise that as well. Lifestyle advice, everything that I can provide for you to choose to help you on your journey to achieve balance. Okay, so let's get on with our chat about protein. So lately in client, I've been witnessing and hearing about how many clients are saying to me that they're still really low in energy. No matter what I'm giving them, what I'm suggesting to them, they still come back. And so I think, let's have a little check about what you're eating and when you're eating it, because this plays a big part in your energy. So it's a lot of elderly folk also that I'm seeing with low protein. Are you having protein with every meal? Check it out. Have a look at your food on the plate. Do you know what protein is? Do you know the difference between plant protein and animal protein? Well, I'm here today to tell you and help you out. Okay, so what's protein? What's the big deal about this protein? So protein is an essential nutrient and that your body uses to build and repair muscle tissue. It plays a really important role in immune function, and it acts as your hormones and enzymes. It's involved with energy production, huge energy production, because it helps to keep your blood sugars level. And when your blood sugars are level, there's no dipping and spiking of energy. What else? It's really important, needed for thyroid function, for iron formulation, oxygen to help you breathe more, plus many more processes in the body. And when I ask clients, my clients, well, are you eating enough protein? And they go, yeah, I eat a lot of meat. And I said, yeah, but you don't have to eat meat to get your protein sources. And many folk don't know, so that's what I'm here to help you with as a nutritionist. Okay, so there's a lot of facts here in this talk today, but it's quite important for you. You can always contact me on 027 284 3781 if you need clarification and you go, what did she talk about? What were those words? And gosh, there are a lot of figures in that talk today. But hey, I'm really approachable. So the Institute of Medicine recommends that adults should consume about 0.83 grams of protein per kilogram of their body weight. So for males, that's about 56 grams of protein per day if you're sedentary all day. But if you're more active, you're bodybuilding, you're moving and grooving around, then that protein will go up, that protein requirement. And because males need more calories to function more than females, therefore their protein content is a little bit higher. So for females, the average female who's sedentary, she requires about 46 grams per day. And again, that changes depending on her muscle requirements, if she's working out, if she's more active. So there's the difference between protein. So there's whey protein, which is from dairy. There's animal protein as well. So you've got meat, red meat, you've got chicken, you've got fish, eggs, cheese. So that's all kind of like animal protein. But there's also plant protein. So let's talk about whey protein for a moment. So I'm going to talk about different plant powders as well. So whey protein comes from dairy, from the cow, and it has 9 essential amino acids in it. But a lot of folk react to whey or dairy because it causes digestive upsets. Their lactase enzyme might be deficient, so they can't digest that properly. And also they might have an allergy to dairy. So it doesn't suit everybody. There are plant proteins that are available for vegans and vegetarians, and these contain no animal proteins, but I think they're pretty good. So plant protein, pea protein, PEA, pea protein. So that contains the same 9 essential amino acids. However, it can be low in methionine. That's a big word. Let's say it again. Methionine. That's better. That's an amino acid that's quite low in pea protein powder. But don't worry, there's lots of ways that we can increase that particular enzyme so you get that particular amino acid. So you get all the 9 amino acids. So to compensate for this low amino acid, you could eat tofu, Brazil nuts, sesame seeds, beans, whole grains, quinoa, brown rice, and flax seeds, linseeds. And that combined with the pea protein will help complete those 9 essential amino acids. So a diet high in protein will help you to build lean muscle mass. And lean mass is more active than fat mass. So the more lean mass you have, the more calories and fat you're going to burn on a daily basis. And this is going to make it easier for you to lose weight as well. Are you with me? Right. So let's see. So there are some lovely protein powders made from plants. There's a lot of peas in that sentence, but there's I think that you can substitute your meals even if you don't feel that you are getting enough protein. So one that I like, and I am not paid to promote this brand, but the one that I like is called Raw, RAW, and it's because it's fermented and sprouted pea protein. Now it is a complete amino acid, and plus they put in zinc and they put in phosphorus, and I like it because it gives you up to about 9 milligrams of iron per serving, and I think I quite like that because everybody needs a bit of iron, right? So it's certified organic, dairy-free, gluten-free. It's a low FODMAP, it's great for vegan and vegetarians, and it's also tested for heavy metals. So that's the brand that I quite like. I use it at home, I like the taste of it. But you don't have to use that particular brand. There's others like in New Zealand, like New Zest, So Good New Zealand, and Two Islands Protein. They're all made from pea protein. Some have got coconut powder in it, coconut protein powder, but yeah, choose one that tastes good for you. So also we can get protein from vegetables as well. Okay, so this is for vegans and vegetarians. Steamed or blanched, which means pouring hot water, boiling water on top of the vegetable to quickly wilt it, helps to keep its nutrients that won't get depleted if you cook the heck out of it. So please note that this talk is telling you a portion size per gram, and you do really need to eat that portion size to get that certain amount of gram per protein. So it's no good saying, oh yeah, I ate this and this and this and I get my protein really well, but yeah, hang on a minute, have you eaten the portion size that's recommended? Okay, so also with eating extra protein in your diet, you really have to be aware of your kidneys, and are they functioning as healthy as possible, because the kidneys have to take out the excess protein as well. So that's quite important to remember. Your gut digestion and the absorption of nutrients also plays a part in your protein intake. And also if you're taking heart medication, there is a caution with the intake of natural vitamin K. This can interact with some heart medication, so feel free to give me a ring and ask me. I can help you there. Okay, so watercress. Now we all know watercress in New Zealand. It's great for a boil up, but you can also use it for salads as well, and in sandwiches. So 1 cup. So all these foods are blanched or steamed. So 1 cup of watercress contains about 0.8 grams of protein and 100% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin K. So it's quite up there, watercress. Now alfalfa sprouts, I'm not sure if any of you have heard of that. For women it's pretty good. It's like a phytoestrogen. It's quite beneficial for women. Not so much for men, maybe, but there are other options for men. So 1 cup of alfalfa sprouts gives you about 1.3 grams of protein. Now this is a good one, spinach. So a lot of us eat spinach wilted, or we put it in our smoothies. So a protein accounts for spinach for 30% of its calories, and it contains all the essential amino acids. 1 cup, a serving of spinach, provides 1 gram of protein, and a hell of a lot of vitamin K as well. So it's very, very good. Spinach has many nutrients: magnesium, iron, potassium, calcium, vitamin A and C, folate, folic acid, what else? Nitric oxide, which also will help your heart function, lower blood pressure. So why wouldn't you have spinach? Nice. Okay, so we're getting more and more used to Asian vegetables at the supermarket, down at your local markets as well. So this is Chinese cabbage, or bok choy, and there's 1 cup of this contains 1 gram of protein. Who knew, right? Who knew? So collard greens as well. So these are dark green, loosey leaf vegetables. 1 cup of these contains 0.9 grams of protein. Now we've got asparagus. You can eat this tinned or when it's fresh in season. So 1 cup of asparagus contains about 2.9 grams of protein. That's quite a lot, I think. But also there are many other reasons to eat asparagus. Has a source of B vitamins, folate, copper, manganese, phosphorus, magnesium, vitamins A and K, and it's anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties as well. Whew, very good, asparagus. So mustard greens are kind of like in the brassica family. Have you heard of that word, brassicas? Most of us have by now. So 1 cup of mustard greens provides about 1.5 grams of protein. Broccoli, broccoli's pretty good. You can eat it blanched or steamed. 1 cup can provide 2.6 grams of protein. So broccoli contains all the goodies as well: folate, manganese, potassium, phosphorus, vitamin C as well. And it's got a lot of antioxidant properties. So, Brussels sprouts. Don't forget Brussels sprouts, even though a lot of people go, ooh, yuck. Brussels sprouts have very good qualities as well. So 1 cup of Brussels sprouts contains 3 grams of protein. Who knew? 3 grams of protein. Okay, so many other nutrients in there as well. And the good old cauliflower. So 1 cup of cauliflower has 2 grams of protein. And it's a great source of vitamin C, K, minerals like potassium, manganese, magnesium, phosphorus, calcium and iron. And lately a lot of folk have been using cauliflower as a base for pizzas and quiches and things like that. So it's very versatile, cauliflower. So that's just a few examples. Now, you'd have to eat a bucket load of those. You could start off having a stir fry, but that's okay. So, you know, eating sensibly, eating a variety of foods is going to help keep your protein levels up. Also, protein combining is the theory that when you combine complementary foods like legumes, beans, seeds, nuts and rice and whole grains together, when you combine them together, you also get that complete 9 amino acids, as well as eating all those vegetables that I spoke about. What are some examples of these complementary proteins? So legumes, beans and legumes, so they're like chickpeas, lentils, beans, soya beans. You can combine that with brown or basmati rice and with steamed veggies, stir-fry veggies. And, you know, that's a really good protein intake as well. Some people might like a peanut butter sandwich with a whole grain slice of bread. That's a combined protein. Brown rice with quinoa and chia seeds. Hummus with a bit of pita bread. Chickpeas and brown rice. You could sprinkle that with some slithers of raw nuts, almonds. So yes, so you can get your protein from many sources. It doesn't have to be animal protein. Vegetables and a combined complementary protein will see you through your day. It will help with your energy as well. Okay, so sources of incomplete proteins are like grains, nuts, beans, seeds, peas, corn. But again, when you combine them with other beans and legumes, it will make a complete protein. So there are only 5 plants that are considered a main protein source, and you can just eat these by themselves. So that's quinoa, buckwheat, hemp seed, blue-green algae and soya beans. So those are your 5 complete protein found in plants. Okay, so tip of the day, we must be coming to tip of the day. So tip of the day is add protein to each part of your meal. Choose some of those vegetables, choose some of those complete and combine them, complementary, combine the proteins. Vary your choices of your meal so it doesn't get boring and you become consistent and you create that habit so that your energy will last you throughout the day. But most of all, protein has to be digested in the gut. So to help protein digestion, how about after every meal you have either like half a slice of half a kiwi fruit, green kiwi fruit, or a slice of fresh pineapple. These contain the enzyme protease, and that is very good for breaking down and digesting protein to help you absorb it better. Okay, folks, so if you think that you would like more nutritional advice, I'm here to help you as part of your naturopath's well-being plan. And you can contact me on 027 284 3781 right here in the studio at Radio Kidnappers in Hastings, your community radio. Or I have a Facebook page, or you can contact me on www.maintainingyourhouse.co.nz. Okay, go well, go safe, and eat your protein.